Welcome in. It is Friday and it is the IDP Show. I am your host, CJ Pudge LePage, and with me is the one, the only Kimmel that really matters is Josh Kimmel. We are brought to you by FantasyNowPlus.com and the Finns Talk Sports Network. We are also sponsored by Underdog Fantasy, and today we'll be discussing why you should be getting these picks, or not picks, but the waiver claims in for certain players and the attributes to look for. All right, without further ado, let's start the show.
You're listening to the IDP Show, only on Fantasy Now Plus.
And here we are.
Can I say
ready
it?
to roll?
Can
Go
I
ahead.
say it? TGIDP, baby. Let's go. My favorite, well, I can't say it's my favorite show of the week. It would be a lie, and I'm not a liar. My wrestling show is my favorite show of the week, if you like wrestling. But I do love to talk some IDP. I love to talk some Thursday Night Football because, you know, I love my favorite program of the week. Best program of the week, Thursday Night Football. Second best is Sunday Night Football, and third best is Monday Night Football. All three top three favorite shows of all time. What's going on, Butch? What's going on, man? I'm tired.
This week for work has been an absolute bonanza, I guess is what I could say. We talked offline a little bit, but it's been a very testy week for Mr. Pudge and family. But it's Friday. It's TGI Friday, but it's TGI IDP.
Yes.
But
yes.
we can't live without IDP this week.
IDP is still very confusing and very hard to predict for me as I'm learning, and I hope all the viewers right now watching are actually learning with us as we go into it. I don't think this is the most, correct me if I'm wrong, Fudge. Is this the most popular format in the fantasy industry? This touchdown only?
Oh man, it's right up there with Debbie.
Okay.
Right up there with Debbie. Yep.
I'm in a Debbie
Guillotine
League
leagues. Guillotine leagues. It's right up there with guillotine leagues.
Oh, no. Guillotine leagues are way more popular than this. I would say I've been playing guillotine for a long time. Now it's getting popular because it's chopped.
They're out there for sure.
Yeah.
For sure they're out there.
So there's a Thursday night game last night, man. Thursday Night Football.
Did you see?
Yeah, I saw it all.
Man.
All of it. The whole
cow.
Game.
Overtime?
Can I complain? Can I get on a soapbox real quick and complain?
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I'm in my
I know. My glass disappears.
Yep. So I'm in a matchup in my home league where I'm doing very well. very, very well. I was mocked at the draft because I'm playing for next year because it's a keeper league. I kept 0. I'm at a disadvantage. I kept 0 people. Everyone else kept good keepers. I didn't have anyone. The person I'm playing this week lost Malik Neighbors. He has 2 of his 3 quarterbacks on bye. He has Bijan Robinson on bye, and he also has another major injury. Forgive me, I forgot what it was. He also has Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua on his team. And it's like, Sleeper has me at 98% win. Like, it's ridiculous. And then Stafford and Puka, I even texted him at half. I'm like, bro, you guys are about to go nuts. Like, Stafford has negative 0.25 points right now. No big deal. It's the NFL, baby. This is the year of everybody coming back into fourth. This is the year of the comeback. Everyone does it. Everyone. It's not special anymore at all. And then, of course, his team goes freaking nuts on me, and I had Mac Jones on my bench.
Yeah, Mac Jones is he's a perplexing player right now. Might be a new episode, perplexing players. But
good segment. That's a hold on. Justin, write that down. Perplexing players. No one else does that. That's what we're gonna do. Mac Jones is the
But
first topic.
Mac Jones, he killed it. Like, well, him and Tonjes. I couldn't believe what they scraped together and put on the field as far as a wide receiver core, tight end. They're I mean, they had CMC and Brian Robinson Jr. out there. The ghost of Kendrick Bourne. I
He's back.
I mean, I know they had a report over in New England, but I did not expect that. And it was good. It was great. It was great for football. It was awesome to see football on Thursday night mean something.
Yes. That
It was
is a
great.
great point. It's a divisional game. It's a very important game with the Rams, who are supposed to be very good, and the 49ers, who are very good despite having everyone on IR, like everyone. When your quarterback goes down, and like they do like it has in Cincinnati, or if the quarterback goes down like it is in Baltimore right now, the sky should be falling. Our you know, also member of the Fantasy Now staff, Sean, who's a huge 49ers fan, was so hyped. He was like, this is Max. How I called Indiana Jones, he called Mac Jones. And he was dead set on Mac Jones being, maybe that was his homerism. He also told me everyone on the 49ers are the GOATs. Like, he told me they're all great. So I can't really, but he did call it. He did say, this is who Shanahan wanted. Mac Jones is going to ball. He's going to put him in a scheme that can ball out. And I don't want to hear that he doesn't have the receiver help. Neither does Mac Jones.
It
He's
seems like
280 yards a game almost. Like, it's ridiculous.
Shanahan and Kevin O'Connell, they have something in the water where it does not matter what quarterback they have. They're just going to go out there, and the quarterback is just balling out. Sam Darnold last year. Right now, Carson Wentz is looking like a QB1. Like, come on. I don't understand, but I love it. The scheme is great. They do a lot there's a lot of movement prior to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to run the ball. So as long as CMC is healthy, it looks like their team is in it.
This isn't the scenario portion of the show, but we should have we didn't know when we give our scenarios out, it's in 24 hours in advance. So we don't want to do too much research on the scenarios, but we want to have a little bit. We wouldn't have known Mac Jones was going to ball out. So to go, would you give the keys back to Brock Purdy when he comes back? Because at this point, it's going to be hard to give Brock Purdy this job back. It's going to be very difficult at this point.
I think they're going to nurse that injury as long as he possibly can. They're going to tell the staff that, hey, maybe he's just not right yet. He's just not right yet over there. Wink, wink. They did it before with Colin Kaepernick and Alex Smith. Different regime, obviously. That was the Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
But the best quarterback is the winning quarterback. Tom Brady did it to Drew Bledsoe. It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna happen in sports, and it's this competition. And let's be honest, man, I'm not gonna disparage anything Brock Purdy's done in this first couple seasons, first few seasons. Was he year 4 or 5 now? He's been in the league for a while. He's also had,
I think this is his 4th year. Yeah.
But he's had ultimate weapons with him the entire time. Imagine someone like JJ McCarthy. Well, shoot, he has that with Justin Jefferson. But imagine if he had another person on top of that with the best running back probably in the NFL history, as far as scoring and elusive plays goes.
Devon Achane?
Come on, man. Come on. We can have this argument later, not us, but just as a whole society. Where does Christian McCaffrey land in the top running back scheme? Like, he's got to be top 3 in my books. But That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
His problem will always, his knock will always be his health.
But his production will always, like, he's always there. I don't know. Again, this is an off-season debate. Like, this is an off-season topic, so let's not waste our time on it now. But man, the sky's the limit for that guy's. Obviously, it's almost over. But on the other side, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you go look at my rankings, preseason rankings with Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams, I didn't understand the love. All we heard was Stafford's back is hurt. Stafford's not practicing. We don't know what's happening. And then you go look at last year's stats with Stafford when everyone's over here dogging Aaron Rodgers because
He's not
everyone's like,
likable. That's why.
He's very likable. But he's to me, maybe I'm not like, I know I'm not likable. So I guess that's why I like Aaron.
He's contrarian.
Yeah, so am I. But Matthew Stafford was horrible last year. Horrible. Like, his numbers were below Aaron Rodgers in all statistics, but everybody was ranking him so high. And I'm like, did we not see this man play football last year? He was horrid. Obviously, with the addition of Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua being the best target machine of all time, like, his career is looking up right now. He's not. His back doesn't hurt anymore. I was wrong on Stafford, and I'm okay saying that. And I was also wrong on Adams. I had them both super low. And I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong. How are you? Like, where did you perceive them to be? And are you surprised at this at all?
I'm not as surprised. I thought I thought Puka and Adams would be a little closer, just because of what Aaron Rodgers did with Adams last year. But no, I expected those two to get some balls. I just don't have a lot of faith with Matthew Stafford and a tight end. He's had good tight ends to he's had Ebron, first round pick, Hawkinson, first round pick. He's had all these first round pick tight ends, but he's never had a tight end one. He's never produced a tight end one, I should say. So him having this big target out there can move a little better than Cooper Kupp. I expected this, but not as much for him. His stats have actually been a lot higher than what I thought they'd be heading into week 6 now for these guys. But I did have Adams up higher. We can go back. We can check some receipts if we need to.
Not yet. Not yet. It's too early to be checking no receipts, but I will say that last year, I'm just looking at last year's stats. Matthew Stafford, he averaged 13.9 fantasy points per game last year. He finished quarterback 19. He only had 2 games, literally 2 games above 20 points. He's had 2 games above 20 points in back-to-back weeks 4 and weeks 5. Like, yeah. If you did all, like, if you did your homework and like, all right, this guy did this guy's declined at the end of the season because he did all this stuff, you're like, okay, this is like a disaster. Then you hear the back news. Oh man, like, he's undraftable. No.
Undraftable. No. You hear that? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy to me.
But he was. To me, he was undraftable. Now he's rosterable. Like, people are trading for him.
That's a little crazy. Without the rushing upside, I don't think that's crazy to me.
What crazy? What?
I'm a boom guy. I like my quarterback to either be 5-point Justin Fields or a 40-point Justin Fields. One or the other.
We differ.
Give me out of that. Give me out of the middle.
We differ so much.
Boom bust.
Depends though. Honestly though, it depends. Because if you're super flex, I want one solid guy, like stud, and then I want the boom bust guy at the bottom. Obviously, that's smart to play that way because you have a very low floor but very high ceiling. But if it's a 1 quarterback league, oh yeah, give me the Patrick Mahomes. Give me the guy I'm just putting in there, and I'm getting 16 no matter what. 16 or higher.
That's for another show. But Patrick Mahomes is unreal.
Yeah, he's obviously a superstar. Last person I want to talk about before we move on to the IDP portion. I'm sorry. Did I take over? You want to take back over, man? I'm sorry.
No. No, go ahead.
You're taking over the IDP.
It's your world. I'm just living in it, sir.
Kyren Williams. This man has been nothing but a touchdown machine since he's not entered the league, but since he made an appearance with the Rams and has not looked back. He's 25 years old, and we were all, not we, everybody was all, sell this man. He can't do this. After year one, I was like, sell this man. He can't do this again. He proved me wrong last year. Now I'm bought the hype, and I'm all in, but now everyone's telling me he's 25, sell him. But buy RJ Harvey. The man scored 2 passing touchdowns last night. He also added to the ground. Like, he is one of these sneaky running back ones that doesn't get enough love. Nobody in Dynasty's trading for him. No one's really gushing over his performances. Do you think he's super underrated, at least in the Dynasty world, because he's only 25 years old?
His Dynasty took a huge uptick when they re-signed him right before the season. But yeah, until they re-signed him, it was almost like he was a cast-off. Everybody's looking to the next big option over there in LA, and Kyren is still the guy. It's not Jarquez Hunter. It's not Blake Corum. Although Blake Corum did show some stuff yesterday, but not enough to take over Kyren's job. Absolutely not. Now, he had the fumble that was very costly. It is what it is. Fumbles happen, but that's not his motif. That's not his calling card. He's usually very secure with the ball. Stafford has the utmost confidence in him to throw it to him and for pass protection, and that's why he's there. He was the best pass protector coming out of Notre Dame when they drafted him, and I think they really had this plan for Stafford and Kyren, and he's taken the job over, and he hasn't looked back, like you said.
Yeah, he's a perfect example of like, just produce. You'll keep your job in the NFL. And he has produced, and he's had a slow start. He had 10 points week 2 PPR, 10.4 PPR points last week, but he's one of those he's running back 18 right now before last night's performance. Can't believe he's below Cam Scatterboo. I don't roster Scatterboo anyway. I didn't believe in that nonsense.
Scooby-Doo?
I didn't believe it. And I still don't believe in it. But he's going to have to be huge this week for Jackson Dart, the 49ers Giants.
Well, without Malik Neighbors, they're in trouble.
Oh, of course they're in trouble.
They're in trouble.
It's like the opposite of my
worst case scenario.
It's the worst case scenario for him because he has a bunch of tough teams. I know we're going to a different topic, but New Orleans has almost shut down Josh Allen. New Orleans is a lot tougher than people think, and they think this is going to be a cakewalk for Jackson Dart. Let me tell you guys, it's not. Jackson Dart's going to struggle without Mr. Malik Neighbors.
Everybody has a security blanket.
Well, he doesn't.
Not anymore.
Who is it?
Like Johnson?
Honestly, really?
It'll be that's what we relied on last week.
Yeah, I know he did. I hope it's Slayton.
It's Slayton. Wandale for 5 yards. We'll hit this question up and then we'll run into IDP.
All right.
You good with that?
That's right on, bro.
Would you trade Quentin Johnston for ETN? Is this seasonal? I'm assuming
seasonal. So Addison, Thornton, Hollywood, Brown, Devontae Adams, Curtis Samuel. So you're struggling at the
running back position. You've got
Jacobs, Chubb, Henderson, Gainwell, and Jonathan Taylor. If it was QJ and ETN, this is tough because running backs are more fragile, and I hate buying them. I don't like to buy my running backs. The only running backs I want to buy are the elite ones. Give me Bajan or Gibbs. ETN's fine, but he's
Johnston, you can get a better running back. I think so. For Quentin Johnston right now, that offense. Now, Travis Etienne. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
But
go ahead.
I've got a good take on this. Etienne. He's on a bad offense right now. I know Liam Cohen is that orchestrator, that he's the one calling the plays and doing everything over there. But until Trevor Lawrence shows that he can be a competent quarterback, I wouldn't touch ETN. His upside does not match Quentin Johnston's. Quentin Johnston has come to stake his claim this year. When they drafted what was that, Trey Harris, I thought he was kind of dunzo out there with Ladd McConkey. He's taking, Ladd McConkey's even taking a back seat to Quentin Johnston this year. So I would keep Quentin Johnston. If you can't get a better running back, I would almost say Breece Hall. If you can get Breece Hall is, wheels up with everybody gone in that backfield. I say everybody. That's
Braylon Allen's out.
Yeah, Braylon Allen. He's on IR, so I would target a guy like Breece Hall that everybody's kind of soft on still. He had one bad game, but that was with Tyrod Taylor. So
yeah, there you go.
What do you got? What do you want to say to that?
I don't want to disagree because I don't disagree, but I also have counterpoints. Like ETN is third in the league in rushing right now. Bad offense, yeah, but we saw what he did with Bucky Irvin in Tampa Bay. Travis Etienne has been good for all of his career except for last year. Last year was obviously the worst, and of course his rookie season where he didn't play. But he's always been a top 12 guy, top 24 guy at least. But you want that top 12 guy for Quentin Johnston. He's probably thinking, hey, QJ is a fluke. Like, is this going to last all season? And I'm going to say, yes, it's going to last all season. If you're looking for someone that's going to fall off on that offense, we talked about it last week. It's Keenan Allen. Keenan's going to be, as the season goes longer and these injuries pile up on you guys, I don't know how old everyone is, but when you're 33, 34 years old, I'm almost 40. As you keep on doing something every single week, like a sport, you do get run down. You do. Yeah. It sucks because you're older. Your body doesn't react the same way. And I'm not saying that he's not an elite athlete that can't recover, but if I had to pick someone to regress, it'd be Keenan Allen. QJ, there's no way. They're scheming. He has 39 targets right now on that team, and no one's close. And you're talking about Ladd and Keenan. So yeah, but I do like ETN. I would take ETN over Breece.
Really? Okay.
I would. That's my only disagreement with you.
Okay. I think Breece rest of season. And if you look at his schedule, it's really good. But
honestly, if it was me, what I would try to do, again, sorry to cut you off, is I would really try to buy low on Saquon. He hasn't been putting up the games that people want. People might be upset by that. And I do think that Saquon is a beast and is someone. And if somebody drafts a Saquon early and he's not producing the way they wanted him to, I would try to pounce on Saquon. That's what I would do. And if you had to add an extra little on top, I would do that as well. And by little, I mean bench player into your bench, bottom three of your players is someone that they may need. That's what I would do.
Or some fad, maybe.
Yeah, that could work out as well.
All right, so segment 2. All right, we got Max Crosby and his usage. So when we're looking at players on the waiver wire, these are the attributes that we're going to look for. So last game, Max had 5 solo tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, and 3 passes defensed. It was a wrecking machine. PFF, he was 4th overall in edge rushers at 91.5. His PFF grade for pass rush was 88.2, which was 9th among edge rushers. And then his PFF grade, which this is what guys will be kept on the field for. His rush defense grade was 79.2, and that was 1st in the league last week. That being said, the reason he got these numbers are the reasons that we talked about last week. You want teams that are going to be playing a high volume offense. Chicago ran 66 offensive plays in week 4. Okay, that's a lot. When you're targeting waiver wire defenders, you want these amounts of snap counts. So if you have a team, obviously Chicago's on bye this week, but if you've got a player that's, looks pretty juicy, and he's going against a team like Chicago and even the Lions, those teams are going to have a lot of plays. They're going to have a lot of play counts. You want those defenders that are facing those teams. And then you want Crosby. The guy played 97.1 of those 66 snaps. He also played 5 special team snaps. The guy just doesn't leave the field. There are guys out there like that, like him. They're not as productive. Obviously, he's an elite player, and you're not going to find guys like that on the waiver. But you have guys that you can find like him. These are guys that are not going to put up these huge numbers, but they have these boom type of weeks. That's what I value when I go through these. And then he's only missed 3/4 of a tackle this year. His missed tackle percentage is 13.6. He missed 0.75 of a tackle. That's also elite. So if you're going after these edge rushers, and you see that they had a big giant game, look at the underlying metrics here, and that is what brings us into the next segment.
I got something for you. Yeah. Top 5 games or snaps played, or offensive snaps played. I got the top 5 list. San Francisco's number 1. They run 69.6 snaps a game. Dallas is number 2, 68.3. New Orleans is number 3, 67.8. Cleveland's number 4, 66.3. Atlanta's number 5, 66. For perspective, the last place team, Cincinnati, not a surprise, 52.3. That's huge. That's a lot of snaps that defense is on the field making tackles.
Exactly. So. And that's what I'm trying to push is when you're looking for these guys, and when I'm finding these guys for my waiver wire, for the article that comes out every Tuesday, you can also find it on fantasynowplus.com. Those are the guys that I'm looking for. Those are the guys that I'm inserting into my lineup that I feel comfortable about. But that's why I wanted to bring up Max Crosby in his monster game last week. Those games, you're going to have games like that from no-name players, but they're not no-name. They have these underlying stats. You just don't see it in the show, in the box score.
Right on.
There's a method to the madness.
There is, and I got to figure it out. I'm getting crushed in my IDP leagues. Crushed like a grape.
It is what
like
it is.
I am. Yeah, it happens. Who was on bye this week?
So we've got Dirty Birds, Atlanta. They're on bye. That's Caden Ellis and Jesse Bates III. Those are 2 heavy hitters that you're going to need to replace this week. We've got Green Bay. Surprise, Rashawn Gary. He's a defensive line and linebacker eligible in sleeper leagues. He's DL1 right now. He is awesome. He's killing it. Edrin Cooper, rookie's killing it right now. He's breaking out. And then Quay Walker is a linebacker 2 that will likely be on your bench because of buys this week. And then we've got another rookie, Steelers breakout, Peyton Wilson. Then you've got Juan Thornhill and Patrick Queen, who you're likely going to be subbing out this week. And then we'll round it out with the Bears. Tremaine Edmonds, obviously, big time player. And then Noah Sewell. Yes, he is. Yes, he is the other Sewell, but he's not.
There we go.
He's not as good. He's not as good as Panay. So
nobody is.
Man, best right tackle in the league. So with that being said, Go
I really
ahead.
think so. Best right tackle in the league?
Right now, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Let me ask you a question. This is offensive line. If you had Tristan Wirfs, or not him, he's like the best offensive line of all time. If you take a really good left tackle, like a top 3 left tackle, and then you have Michael Penix or Tua, do you move him to the right tackle? Like, would you make that move? Because you
yeah.
got to protect that. You would do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't have that blind side.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
That should be the highest paid player on that line is that right tackle.
Oh, I couldn't imagine though, just switch. How hard is that? I'm not an offensive line coach. I've never played offensive line, but how hard is it just to move your body this way instead of this way? I just don't get
Very
it.
hard.
I know, but I don't
Well,
get it. I'm an idiot. I don't get that.
So going back to IDP, if you look at left-handed quarterbacks, is it easier to throw to your left or to your right?
Well, I'm not
Being
left-handed, so
left-handed.
it's very difficult to throw.
You're not going to throw. Are you going to throw crossbody?
No, you can't throw crossbody. That's no.
Yeah, you're going to go. You're going to throw
Yeah.
to the right.
Yeah.
So if you look at cornerbacks that play left-handed quarterbacks, and they stay on an island, they stay on one side or the other. If you face a left-handed quarterback and you have the corner is their number 2 corner, you want to stay away from him. You want to stay as far away from him as possible because there's no balls going to the left-hand side of the field.
Okay.
Make sense?
It does make sense. All right, it does. So
IDP
do you want to get
guru.
some of the, you really are. Like I need to send you my roster and go, hey man, I need some help. Who do I cut? You're like, you still have Khalil Mack? I'm like, yeah, I still have Khalil Mack. It's freaking Khalil Mack. Why would you not have Khalil Mack?
What's that?
I do have
Bye,
him.
Felicia.
I know. Do you want to answer some of these questions before we get into segment 4?
Sure. Half point PPR, start 1. Marvin Harrison or ETN? I'm going to go ETN.
I'd go ETN.
I know I just trash talked him, but I have no faith in Marvin Harrison at all.
Yeah, ETN for me. I'm not playing that Russian roulette with Marvin Harrison.
No. 3 wide receiver league. Here you go. I'll throw it up here for us.
Yeah, throw it up there. It's easier for me. So 3 wide receiver league started Devontae Adams, who for my wide receiver 2 and 3, and who for my running back 2 and flex spot. Josh Jacobs is on a bye. That's unfortunate. So you have Nick Chubb, Henderson, Charbonnet, Crosby Merritt, which I hate, Addison Hollywood, QJ, or Debo. So you need 2 receivers.
Nick Chubb has got a juicy matchup.
He does, but so does Woody Marks.
Right, and he is falling out of favor quick.
So QJ and Addison are my wide receivers. Out of that group, for me, Chubb.
Oh yeah.
Chubb juicy matchup, but with the flex, I think I'm going to go Charbonnet against Tampa Bay. But I said this on if you don't watch our showdown show, the Buccaneers crush running backs. The only way the running backs are going to do anything against the Buccaneers is through the air. The only person that has done that is Bijan Robinson. Everyone else, even Saquon Barkley, was held under 50 yards against the Buccaneers on the ground. So I'm not really interested in starting either Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker this week. That being said, I like him a lot better than Henderson and Crosby Merritt. But Debo could be a flex. Hold on. Debo could be. I didn't see the question. I didn't see Debo at the end. I think I would throw Debo as my flex. How say you, sir?
Gotta be. Yeah, all of those running backs are just Chubb is losing his job to a rookie. Henderson will not be unleashed just because they don't want to ruin him. He's a Rolls Royce. You don't use a Rolls Royce every play. Charbonnet is in a timeshare that I thought I didn't see that coming as close as it is right now. And then Crosby Barrett. No, just no. I would stick with your wide receivers there. Addison, huge, and Debo. And I don't want to start a running back in my flex spot anyway. So there's that.
Unless it's like rushing points per carry, which some leagues have that. A couple more from Juan. I have Juwan Jennings and Kittle on IR. Is Jake Tong? How do you say his name? Tong? I say Tongs.
Tonjes.
Is Tonjes? Okay.
Tonjes.
Are Strange worth a pickup over Juwan? Man, Juwan has fallen out of everyone's favor. That's what happens when you pick up tight ends that score touchdowns. And don't worry, I did the same thing. And then they fall off and don't score touchdowns like that. Then, it's like, they're not scoring points because they're not scoring touchdowns. I like Strange over. Can't pick up Tongus. He's already played. I like Strange
he won't
over.
Be available till Wednesday.
Yeah, I like Strange over Juwan Johnson. How say you?
I like Brenton Strange. I know we just talked about that terrible offense, but he's actually been a bright spot. They don't know how to use their number one draft pick and one of the best rookie wide receivers last year in Mr. Brian Thomas Jr. I don't know what's going on over there, but Brenton Strange has been a bright spot. Jake Tonjes you won't be able to get. So if you need him for the weekend, I would go Strange over Johnson, especially because Taysom Hill's coming back.
And Strange 7 targets in both last week and the week before. So it's 14 targets over the last 2 weeks, six catches each week for the past 2 weeks as well. Guy's a stud. Not stud, but he's being
chase targets. Chase targets. Once that offense gets better, those 6 targets will eventually turn into a touchdown here and there. So maybe a Hunter Henry-esque type player.
And last one from Juan, and then we'll get back to our segment. Sorry, dude.
Oh, whoa, my bad.
Do I drop Kyler Murray or I'm going to say no already? Geno, Stafford, Dart, or Carson Wentz?
No, I think Kyler's a strong play this week.
It's just weird
because all the running backs are down. Trey Benson's out. He's on IR for 4 weeks. James Conner, the Terminator, is out indefinitely. They're gonna have to use Kyler to run, and that's gonna boost up his floor. That's why I take Kyler here.
Yeah, rushing upside's nice, and it's his worst season ever, though. Down to 16 points per game, fantasy wise. Definitely his worst season ever. All right, let's jump.
He has played some very good defenses. Let's. I mean, San Francisco and LA are not anything to snuff at.
I hate that argument. Never mind. I'm not gonna, because we'd be here all night. It's been if you've watched me I've been live on this network every single day this week. And I've brought this up every single time. And I'll say it again. I'll be quick with it this time. I hate that argument. He's played tough defenses. Mike Evans is going against Lattimore. Dude, the offensive players get paid money too. Matter of fact, most of them get paid more than the defensive players. It's ridiculous to say that argument. How about the defense go, we played a tough quarterback. We had to play Kyler Murray. That's what, you know what I mean? I hate that argument. They have a tough defense. Guess what? He should be a tough matchup against them. If he's getting paid all this money and he's this and that and first round pick.
Okay.
I hate that argument so much, man.
That's the same argument you just used against Tampa Bay and their run defense.
I know, but I'm a self-proclaimed freaking hypocrite. Like, so I understand. Hold on, but I did, and I will, and I will continue.
I love it.
You can't stop me.
I love it. Can't
but
stop.
I hate that argument so much, man. All right.
Cream rises. There it is. Once per episode. It has to be. All right. So these are the players that we are subbing in. I've got the whole list. It's on the website. You can go check it out. It's every Tuesday I drop it. But I picked one position or one lineup, defensive line, linebacker, and DB. So I started out with excuse me. I started out with Quinton Williams. He is 36% rostered still. I know that's going to be in some of your deeper leagues. He's not available, but Williams remains the anchor of that Jets defensive line. He's playing heavy snaps and showing his usual he's disruptive. He had a slow start because of the let's say the limited counting stats. He had a very slow start, but his usage is what we want to see. It's kind of what I talked about with Max. And then if you look at Dallas's offensive line, who are playing next, I don't know if you know this or not, but Dallas doesn't have a defense, so there's going to be a lot of defensive plays out there, and that's again what we talked about earlier. You want to look at the teams that are having those big, giant offensive snap counts.
And Cowboys are top 3 in snap counts. Matter of fact, everyone that you're about to talk about, I named all those teams in the snap counts.
It's crazy, right?
It's crazy. It's wild.
It's almost like I made it up. Like
it's almost
methodical.
like you're helping me get better at fantasy as I'm hosting the show with you, because now I'm understanding, oh, this is pretty smart.
Yes. So, all right, second on the list, and this is my number 1 pickup.
Hold on.
He's still
we got a question in the chat that I feel like we should answer ASAP. From Don Mack. What up, full PPR? Hendo, so I'm assuming Henderson, RJ Harvey, or Sean. I'm assuming Sean
Tucker.
Is this who we're picking up? Is this who we're starting this week?
I'm not playing Harvey, and I'm not. Man, do you know if was he out?
Bucky is not going to play.
Did they rule him out?
I don't know if they ruled him out yet, but it's pretty much he's not going to play. I'm assuming we're assuming Rachaad White workload here, and Sean Tucker is the hot topic of the week. But if you're really talking about start sits, I'm going to go with the guy who's for sure going to be on the field, because I'm not sure RJ Harvey's going to be that guy, and I don't know if Sean Tucker is. Todd Bowles says a lot of things about Sean Tucker in this running back room, but he never actually follows through with it. Henderson, at least Henderson is getting consistent touches, but it's just 7 last week. Just 7 carries last week, 2 in the red zone, only 2 targets against Carolina. Somewhere we thought, oh, he's going to break out, but it was his best fantasy performance because he did finally score a touchdown. Like, that's what our people are going to talk about. Well, at least he scored a touchdown.
So this could be a shootout with the Bills, though. This is a divisional game. Bills, they do have a really good defense. I would go Henderson here, but buyer beware. It could flop real quick if he doesn't score a touchdown. I do think that he's going to be eventually their passing down back, but Ramondre is still the lead horse in that stable.
Unfortunately,
that's a terrible situation that you're in, Don Mack. I'm sorry about that, but
I want to say this about Sean Tucker is Rachaad White. He's proven he's been a fantasy asset before Bucky Irvin. He's only playing 31% of the snaps coming into week 5. So what makes us believe that Sean Tucker and him are going to split 50-50? It looks like this offense is being dominated by one running back at a time. I'm just very cautious on Sean Tucker. I'm going to go Henderson, man, because I just feel like he has the best opportunity to score a touchdown. Remember that one play where they a couple weeks ago where they said, "Oh, that long pass was supposed to go to Henderson." Gosh, I wish I had the clip in front of me. I wish I knew what he said on Vrabel. What Vrabel said, but they really love Henderson there. Whereas I don't know if they love Harvey or Tucker.
Yeah, they're.
Thanks for the question, man.
Absolutely.
Tough. That is tough.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I might even bring that up on the start sit show on Sunday. throw it at Justin.
Justin, yeah, what he thinks. That's tough. I want
Yeah.
to throw that in our Discord right now. Don, I know it's free to join our Discord. I know you probably don't want another chat. We're on 1,000 chats. We all like group chats. Come, trust me, I mute them all. I'm with you. But if you want instant access to us at all time, you could tag us. There's guys in there that are way smarter than us. I always say that. So whatever, it is what it is. Brian, Tim, Justin, Topher, all these guys, Chris, myself, in our Discord, chat.fantasynowplus.com. It's in our description below. If you want to click on it, join our Discord. It's totally free. We don't care if you add us. You can tag us night and day, 24 hours a day. Somebody will be there to answer. And if we can't, this is a legit truth. In our private text message outside of the Discord, we go, hey, there's a question. Can anyone go address this now? And we usually do. So we're always there for you. Sean
It's
yells.
okay. It's okay.
Sean,
It's
yeah,
all right.
there's a question in the chat, Josh. Go answer it. I'm like, dude, all right. I'm there for you guys.
All right. Yeah.
You don't get those texts?
Yeah.
You don't get those texts? Boss is always yelling at me.
I get private texts. I get private texts in Discord. Hey, pay attention, dummy. But I'm old, so
yes, it is
leave me
IDP, Don, but we do like to joke around. And after this, we are going to have scenarios that are not IDP. Matter of fact, some of the scenarios aren't even fantasy football; they're just football scenarios. So that's our segment after this. So want to get back to the IDP, sir? We'll get to everyone's questions after this IDP segment.
So, all right, next guy I'm going to talk about, Devin Lloyd. Huge game last week. They play. It's going to be tough. Like. I don't know what the Jaguars are going to be doing as far as a rushed scheme, but he's always going to be part of it. He played 100% of the snaps in all 3 games, so he's going to be the guy I would pivot to. He's only 42% rostered. And then I have both Giants corners on this week's edition, but I led with Paulson Adebo. Adebo he's the guy right now. He has been a tackle magnet machine for 4 weeks. That defense is not stopping anything. So he's not a very good real life corner, but he's a great IDP corner because they are targeting him and he is tackling them. So
who's going to be on Olave? Is he going to be on Olave?
It should be Adebo. Yes.
Olave is very, very known for his speed, right? He gets down the field and catches 70. No, he does not. He gets a lot of underneath throws, which will result into either pass deflections or tackles. So yeah. I love that. I love targeting those cornerbacks against someone like a Jalen Waddle or who doesn't get down the field often enough. Maybe now that Tyreek's gone, Waddle will get down the field often, but I like to target those corners against the slant players. Oh, man. So we got some questions up here before we get to our scenarios, our buy-sell segment. Where do we lead off? Sutton or Devontae Smith for this week? This one, I don't know how this could be. Sean, with all due respect, I love every question, but I don't know how this could be a question because Devontae Smith will either get you a 0 or a 0. Not a 0. Let's be respectful. 1.6. I just don't trust anyone.
17, and then he has 4 games with less than 5.
I don't trust him at all in that offense. It's not just him. He's great. It's just that offense, they don't need to. They want to get Saquon working. They want to get the ball down the field with Jalen Hurts. They don't need to throw the ball a ton to be successful. Whereas Sutton, he's gone off this year. He is a focal point of that offense. If you look at the Denver offense as a whole, name me another game changer on that offense. Name one, Pudge. I'll wait. I'll wait all damn night. Evan Ingram. I was told it was going to be Evan Ingram. Troy Franklin. I was told it was going to be Troy Franklin. It's only Cortland Sutton.
It's Marvin Mims. It's actually J.K. Dobbins. I'm sorry. It's J.K. Dobbins.
I like Dobbins. He's pretty good. So that's where I'm going. Sutton this week, no matter the matchup, to be honest. Flex spot, Chase Brown, Mr. 2.0 yards per carry. Woody Marks. I'm assuming Woody because you put Woody. And then Dowdle because obviously Chubb is not practicing. And Dowdle looks to be the lead back there. So, Pudge, I'm going to let you take this one.
Oh, man. Let's take a look at Woody Marks. I was really high on him in the offseason. I wrote an article. You can go check that one out too. This was before he was even drafted. I was super high on him and his catching prowess. I like to target backs that can catch balls. They can stay on the field. So he showed at USC that he could be a lead back. And I know he's a little older. He's a little more mature, but he's got the passing. He's got all the passing down work. He's totally ixed Chubb out of that. And he's eating Chubb's snaps against a very, very juicy matchup this week. So I'm going to take Woody Marks.
Well done. Dustin has a question. What's up, fellas? Can you help me with my 2 flex spots? Woody Marks, Mr. Upside himself, Michael Pittman, J.K. Dobbins. I'm assuming Michael Carter or DeMarcado. I'm assuming that's Carter or Michael Carter, or I'm assuming the Arizona running backs. So in this situation, we're sticking with Woody Marks.
Woody Marks and Dobbins.
One more. You're going to go Dobbins over Michael Pittman.
Yes.
Okay.
Final answer.
I don't mind that. But I think people are myself included, have really, really, really underrated or not even looking at Michael Pittman. He's been as consistent as you can be. He only had one bad week in week 2. Other than that, 15 points in each week other than that week 2 contest against Denver where Pat Surtain was on him. I believe in Michael Pittman. He's coming off of 10 targets against the Rams. The touchdowns are really helping him. 3 touchdowns in 4 weeks is awesome. So let's chase that touchdown luck, but I'm going to go with you. Sure. J.K. Dobbins is probably the most safer bet.
Yeah, that's me. I like Pittman a lot. I think he's their wide receiver 1, other than their tight end. But
Rico Dowdle from Caesar. Hello, should I start Rico Dowdle or Jordan Mason this week? The Vikings are still overseas, and last I checked, their offensive line did not get healthy overnight. And we're going to talk about that later. But I'm worried about Carson Wentz in this offense, especially against Cleveland. But Dowdle,
Cleveland has the number 1 defense right now.
Yeah, I know. Studs.
So I wouldn't. That's not in the sniff at. I would go Dowdle here. I know it sounds gross, but you're going to get a lot more production, I believe, out of Dowdle than you would Jordan Mason this week overseas. Everybody's off their schedule. They've got the defensive player of the year probably on that team, Myles Garrett. I'd stay away from him as far as I can. They even bottled up Gibbs. I believe I had to look at his yardage, but the Lions didn't have a lot of running yards on them.
Yeah, I'm not playing against the Cleveland Browns, and that's going to lead us into the scenarios, our buy-sell week, our buy-sell segment where we get to have some fun, let our hair down, if you had hair, and then we can talk about some fun buy-sell. So I'm going to start it off. I'm telling you, this is going to be nonsense, so stay with us.
This is good.
All right, I'm going to start with Cam Ward. Cam Ward, his career high fantasy points has been 13. That's it. 13 week 3 against the Colts. So I know that's to the moon, baby. He had a big crash out this week, as the kids call it these days, dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, not safe for work.
Not safe for work stuff. So we can't stay on this broadcast. But do you buy or sell that he hits over 13 points against Arizona this week because he's tired of losing? He's tired of being the laughingstock. Does he motivate this team?
He's 0-4, and he's going to be 0-5 because I think one of my questions coming up, you'll see. I do think that the Cardinals are in a very tough division, and they're going to be surprisingly good. I think the Cardinals this week can bottle them up yet again. They're going to play Kyler ball, and it'll probably be, a very low scoring game, I would think. Calvin Ridley on that team has been absolute garbage. I thought Chig would do something. He's been, mediocre. IU Manor is actually the player that I like the second most, other than Tony Pollard on that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm taking the under there, sir. That's a good one.
So under 13
Under
fantasy
13
points.
points.
For Cam, which, hey, his other games 2.5, 9.8, 5.5. So odds are it's going to be under 10 points. Under 10 points. All right, what you got for me? It is.
All right, so with the Ravens, they are 1-3, and Lamar's out at least the next 3 weeks, because their bye week is bye week 7. Are you selling the Ravens, trading Andrews or Henry or both by the trade deadline?
I don't think they can get out of Derrick Henry's contract. I don't think it's possible. And I don't think anyone's going to be buying an aging 30-something-year-old running back that fumbles every game now. I don't think he's top tier in the when Daddy's shopping on Amazon, he's not top tier recommended by Amazon. He's more
fumbling is not a sticky stat though. It changes.
It is, sure. Ask Tiki. But I will say this. I do think that Mark Andrews is a possibility. He is on the last year of his contract. If they do falter and they do continue to lose, which I don't think they will. I know 1-3 is tough to come by, but they played the Bills, the Lions, the Chiefs, and the Browns, the number 1 defense in the world. They've had a murderer's row, a who's who of competition. But again, they're just showing me they're losers. They can't hang with the top gang. They can't hang with the top tier teams in the AFC or NFC. So maybe getting Lamar back isn't going to help them out. Maybe Cooper Rush is going to falter. Listen, there's teams out there that needs tight ends or pass catchers. I can easily see them selling them. But at the end of the day, who's going to acquire Mark Andrews? Who is in the market in the NFC? Because it's not going to be an AFC team they give him to. Who are we looking at? I don't think there is a contender that needs a tight end. Am I wrong?
I mean, there's a couple of tight ends
no one's buying.
There's a couple of tight ends that went down. Kittle,
he's coming back.
Yeah, but will he be back? Who knows? Who knows?
Here's what I think. Detroit, they got a sorry ass tight end right now. He's not producing, not doing jack squat diddly. Send him up to Baltimore and get you a real tight end.
The last thing they need is a Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he's been such a bust. No, but I do see them. I do see them trading Mark Andrews if things go sideways, not Derrick Henry. So, and I don't think things are going to, dude, that division's so winnable. Browns stink. Cincinnati stinks. Pittsburgh, do we really think they're going to continue this role of just losing, just always going 4-1 or 3-1? And no, they're not. They have problems as well. This is a winnable division still, even at 1-3.
What if Denver is really out on this Evan Ingram?
It's impossible.
He's
a superstar. I was told he's a superstar.
This project of the Evan Ingram project is failed pretty bad. Do you think that they could go out and get a Mark Andrews type guy?
This is my thing. Why? I guess you're getting something rather than just letting him walk because last year. But I guess, you know what? Yeah, I could. It does make sense. You know why? Because he is what I call a landmine for other teams. He's older. He's got another He's done with his contract. Get something for him. Don't be the Dolphins with Tyreek.
Yeah.
Get something for someone that you don't want there.
Get a 5th or 6th round pick for him.
Yeah, there we go. All right. The Vikings, the Minnesota Vikings last week in Ireland gave up 6 sacks to Pittsburgh. 6. Carson Wentz was running for his life. This week they get Cleveland, the number 1 defense, and Myles Garrett. Are you buying or selling Carson Wentz getting sacked 7 times this week against Cleveland?
I buy it. I would absolutely buy it with Myles Garrett there. And in that defense, the way they're playing right now, it's an absolute debacle what they've been doing to quarterbacks. And I love it. It's old school, and it's been, keeping them in games. They got rid of Flacco. They're starting Dylan Gabriel this week. So I believe that it could be a very tough game for Carson Wentz again. And I don't blame them holding back JJ McCarthy another week.
I don't dude, come back to America, go back to Minnesota, then you can get JJ McCarthy ready. Don't do this.
I don't want him to ruin them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what you got next?
So, all right, the Colts and the Jags are both 3-1. Are these contenders or pretenders?
It's a trick question, man, because they're both. Colts more because it's a terrible division. Let's be honest. Let's call it how it is. That is a joke of a division, and someone's got to kiss their cousin and win it. So I would say the Colts are more contenders. When you have Jonathan
Justin,
Taylor,
I felt Justin called me. He called me right now.
No, contenders. Oh man, my smoke alarm thing's on. They're contenders, and you know what I'm talking. This is a disaster.
It makes for good content.
They're contenders. It's terrible content because of Daniel Jones and what they've done. If Anthony Richardson was there, let's be honest, they would not be in this situation whatsoever. They'd be a bottom barrel team. Daniel Jones has turned this organization around. That is wild. Thank you, Kevin O'Connell. That short time in Minnesota, I'm giving all the credit to Kevin O'Connell. In that short time Daniel Jones was in Minnesota, he got like the cheat sheet book from. He stole it. He stole it from KOC. He stole the damn magic drink. He stole the Jordan juice.
He got the elixir.
And he's out. He's like, all right, guys, I would be a backup here for JJ McCarthy, but Daddy's got the juice, and I'm taking it with me. So he's doing well. Whereas the Jaguars,
we got one more before we get out. Let's go.
I know. When the Jaguars, no, they're totally contenders. I don't believe in that whatsoever. That's it. Tony Khan. When Tony Khan's involved in anything, it's a failure. That's it. That's my hashtag analysis. Take it. Believe it.
Oh.
All right. Drake May and Josh Allen head into Sunday's matchup with 7 passing touchdowns each. Who leaves this matchup with more passing touchdowns on the season?
It's going to be Josh Allen. It'll depend on how Christian Gonzalez plays, but I love Josh Allen. He's my QB1 this year. He is awesome. He's all world. He's an MVP.
He's not the MVP.
I just like to throw the shade out there, but it's gonna be Josh Allen. That defense for the Bills is too good.
Okay. What's your last one?
I have the NFC West is doing big things out there. They did it again last night with QBs that are a backup. Sam Darnold as their QB1. 3/4 of a Stafford and Kyler Murray. They are 4-1, 3-1, 3-2, and 2-2. Is this the best division in the NFL?
When I first read this, I was like, Pudge has lost it. Like, I got to cancel the show. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know football. He's this is awful. This is the most terrible question of all time. But then I started thinking about it. Maybe. And what I mean maybe is because the best division in football is in the West. It is. But it's not in the NFC. It's in the AFC. I did a little exercise in my brain and go, okay, Chargers are the top team. Could the Chargers beat? Do I think the Chargers could beat the top team in the NFC West? Can they beat Seattle? Yeah, I think they would crush Seattle like a grape. Do I think they would beat Yes, crush San Francisco like a grape. Yes, Chargers will crush Arizona and crush. So yes, the top team will beat them all. Chiefs, I went down the same list. Chiefs will probably crush them all. And then we get to the Broncos. I think the Broncos would be competitive, and I think the Broncos were in the AFC or NFC West. They'd probably be at the top. So my answer is I think the West. Give me the best player, Patrick Mahomes. Give me the MVP, Justin Herbert. And give me possibly Rookie of the Year, Ashton Jeanty. I'm saying possibly because we're still young in this season. So give me all that. They have more upside, and they are the better division. And I think the AFC winner is in this division. I don't think the NFC winner is in their division.
Oh, okay. All right. I like it. That game last night, man.
Yeah, it's fun. It's entertaining.
Going into overtime.
It's entertaining, but did they beat the crap out of the Ravens yet? Chiefs did.
Lions did,
yeah. And I think the Lions are better than anyone in the West. Yeah.
I think the Lions are fourth in the power rankings, third or fourth in power rankings right now.
Overall, like the whole NFL? Yeah, I would say I would put the
right behind the two you just mentioned. So
I think the Chargers are the Chargers number one. Bills have to be number one.
Yeah, I think it's the Bills, Chargers, and then Kansas City Lions. Oh no, Kansas City's 1-3.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Chiefs are 2-2.
Or 2-2. Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, they're 2-2. And Mahomes looks like prime Mahomes. This looks like Mahomes 5-6 years ago. This is Mahomes is back. And just wait till they get Rashee Rice. It's going to be out of this world. I think the Chiefs are on a mission this year to score. They have the most points for in that division. They have 97 points for. Broncos have 96. If you look at everybody else, the Bills and Patriots are the only teams in the AFC. I lied. Ravens are above them too. And the Colts. God, you know what? Forget it. But the Chiefs are scoring points this year, opposed to other years where they were not.
I'm really excited about the Chiefs offense this year just because their defense has not been what it normally is against the pass. So they're good. They're good against the run, but
yeah,
that Chiefs offense has looked Renaissance-esque. Minus
close us out of here. I'm so sick of this beat, man. I want to.
Hey guys, I will look at your questions. We'll talk about them on Discord. If we don't get to them on Discord, hit us up next week. All right. I love you guys. This is Chris Pudge LePage and Joshua Kimmel, and we are
Audi. Is that what I'm saying?
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.